Hi everyone, welcome to Tank Academy with me, Fubzy of What University. So, what is Tank Academy? Tank Academy is a series that I've designed to be aimed at the red, orange and yellow players, and hopefully this is going to give you some pointers, some hints and tips to help you move your gameplay on to the next level, to maybe jump up from being a red to an orange or from a yellow to a green. And as I say, this is the first in a new series. It's also my first ever YouTube video, so please be gentle in the comments. It's not going to be perfect, far from it, but then again, just like World of Tanks, you live and learn. You've got to take your experiences and build on it, and that's what I'll be hoping to do with the channel. So, starting the game here then, we're looking at the T32, and what I want today's episode to be about is knowing your tank. So, what do we know about the T32? Well, it's got a very small hull, a very small turret, and on the top, it's not got the very big cupola. So, the turret is actually not that easy to hit. Also, it's made out of what seems like Superman's vest. The turret is incredibly tough, and because of that, being hull down is this tank's friend. The cannon's not too bad. You can put in some decent shots into higher tier targets as well, and it does decent damage. Looking at the hull is not too big, but it's not got the best angling on it. The front plate there is not too bad for angling, but it's not got the greatest thickness either. So the hull is not your friend on this. You need to try and protect your hull, make the most of that turret, and go hull down wherever possible. Now you'll see here as I move into this position, once I can get past this IS-2, that I take up a hull down position. Now I use the lay of the land to do this. There's no hills or wrecks or anything to hide behind. We just use the ground as it is. So I'm moving in there. Let's just change the view. So moving in, and there straight away spot the IS-6, put a shot in. Unfortunately I hit the spaced armour and the shot was worthless. Now I'm keeping on the move because of the artillery. Even though it's got a great turret, if I sit still I'm going to be a sitting duck. So keeping on the move, staying hull down, just really trying to keep that cannon in the game. Rushed the next shot again because I was a bit worried about the artillery and didn't make the shot count. There's the artillery. Now I'm feeling a little bit more confident. I know one of them's fired. Pull forward, and this time I make the shot count straight into the cupola of the Tiger II. And as you can see, this gun's quite accurate. Pulling back again because of the artillery. Don't sit still like the Churchill there. It makes you a real sitting duck. Pop another one into the Tiger's cupola, and again pull back. Now if that Churchill and myself as an artillery player, if I'm looking at that, I'm going to go for the Churchill. If they're sitting still, that's easy pickings. Now the reason I moved to the other side of the Churchill here is because I can use his wreck now to try and protect the hull. I'm still hull down over his tank. Unfortunately I sat still for a bit too long there, and I ended up taking a hit from the artillery. Can't pull back now because that's blown my tracks off. Tracks up, and I'm on the move before any more artillery start raining down on me. Now I make a bit of a mistake here. As I pull forward, I've got no shot, and rather than pulling back out the way, I wait, and there I take a big shot from the artillery again. Now at this point I make a call to relocate. I know the artillery are focusing on me, at least two of them, so I decide let them pick on someone else, and I'm going to go and relocate. Again, I want to stay hull down where I can, and I know they're on a level that's a bit higher than me, so I'm going to come at them from underneath. But did you see the Centurion coming this way? Now I don't know at this stage if he's going to go up there or if he's going to come this way, but I know he's coming. So I've got to be aware of that. I pop up here, IS-6 gives me a nice shot straight into him, finish him off, and now I'm going to have a look, see what that Centurion's doing. If he's not posing a danger, then I'll turn around and I'll come and help with the Tiger 2. But I don't want to engage the Tiger 2 and have the Centurion come up behind me. Sure enough, there's the Centurion. Now, because this Centurion's only a medium tank, I can try and use my armour angling slightly. But again, he does penetrate me, so the hull's not the greatest. But all the same, good habits, keep angling your armour and you will bounce the odd shot or two. Now at this stage, I could have gone back to help the AMX CDC with the Tiger 2, or I could advance onto their base. Because of the fact we've got the dangers of artillery, I decided to advance. Then quickly one artillery goes, followed by the Tiger 2. Now, one artillery and 2 tanks left on the enemy team. We know where the 2 tanks are, roughly. The other artillery, he's probably going to be up around their base somewhere. So, it's now a case of all converging onto the enemy base. There's the AMX CDC on the enemy team. There's the Cromwell. Unfortunately, I've got no shot. Now, if I would have waited, I probably could have got a shot round about here. But I don't want to keep stopping out in the open. If I can see him, chances are he can see me. And again, I don't want that Panther artillery to start slapping more shots into me, because I've already lost half of my hit points. Now it's some payback time. Panther, come here. I've got a chat I need to have with you. So we managed to take out the artillery there, and now it's 5 versus 2. However, 3 of our 5 are artillery pieces. 1 of our 5 is only on 316 hit points, and myself on half hit points. So I make the decision to go and sit inside the cap circle, try and force their hand a little bit, make them come back to deal with me. I know I've not got the speed to get up there and protect our artillery before they can get to them. Unfortunately, they decided to go and take out the artillery because they know they're quick enough to go back and try and do the decap. I would have preferred it if our friendly AMX CDC would have stayed with me to try and help cap a little bit quicker, and also so that we've got 2 guns as they come to find us. But he decides he wants to go off and be a bit more aggressive, and that's fine. If it comes off, everyone thinks, wow, fantastic. As it is, it doesn't come off, and it nearly comes back to haunt us. So as you can see from the minimap here, he runs into both the enemy tanks almost side by side. He's quickly focused out, and now I've got a problem. Now the 2 enemy tanks are coming back to try and take out me. Now, what would you do here if you were on the enemy team? If it was me, I'd probably send 1 this way or 1 up into the Abbey, and 1 maybe this way, or possibly double back, knowing that you've got 1 in the Abbey that can decap to come along there. For some reason, maybe because of the capture points, we're already up to 90, they decide to come back through the middle there, and I was ready for that. I managed to get 1 into the Cromwell. The CDC sits still, which allows me to really make that shot count and take him out of the game, which leaves me 1v1. Now, from playing with Sir Havoc, I know that if he's been heading in this direction, spotted, as soon as he gets unspotted, he's going to try and trick me. He's going to make me think, hang on, he was last seen there, he was coming this way, he's going to come up there. But as soon as he's unspotted, he's going to try and sneak around using the cover and maybe try and come up behind me, or if he can't make that, then he may maybe try and come up at the side there. So I'm anticipating that he might come up at the side or behind, and the longer this goes on, the more you start to try and second guess yourself. Is he going to come up where he was originally spotted? He doesn't. He comes up behind me, and the use of auto aim, I'm able to right click, left click, to quickly get the shot in before he can retreat, earning the kill, earning the win for the team, and playing a nice little game. So there's the T32, ladies and gentlemen. Not the greatest hull, fantastic turret, lovely accurate gun. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please consider subscribing. It would really help me get the game going, and the channel going. And for now, I'll wish you goodbye, and I'll see you in episode 2.